Biggest say more money, more problems. I say more justice, more peace. The 1% want to see us buried in the dust because I got pigment in my skin. The system want to treat me less than relevant. Hell bent on killing niggas that's heaven sent. Since the adolescence, feeling numb because it's red rum and murder music where I'm from. Used to be blues music. Now we see on these American streets is red and blue lights with no enlightenment or insight on our true birthrights. That's why our pain's so prevalent. Don't shoot the message or just process the message. Who me? I'm just another MC out for justice. It's in my budget, but the bullshit won't cease. With prejudiced judges and robotic cops shape us into a chaotic community, we need diplomatic immunity. Keep seeking greener pastures, asking the pastor instead of getting off our asses. Pie in the sky future only gives them more time to execute you. Let's bring the past and present together and live in the presence of those who got no justice, no peace. The most nobility is more justice, more peace. Realize with your real spiritual eye, it's our divine responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
It's deep, yeah.
we need more justice, more peace on these Memphis streets. That's basically the whole theme of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Now niggas will only listen.
right,
That's the time. But it's fucked up that a nigga would listen to negativity before they listen to positivity.
Right.
That shit crazy. You can pull up around a group of niggas right now and say their speech. And a nigga listen, some niggas gonna sit back and laugh.
Yeah,
but you can pull up on them same niggas and talk about some niggas around the corner got this.
Yeah.
And tell, look, I got the guns for us to go shoot them up. They gonna ready. They ready. Full
attention. Right.
That's how fucked
right.
up.
That's how fucked up. And it's like, and see, you just touched on something that's like a real problem in the community. Cause it's like, at that point, where do you go from there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you change the way they thinking? You know what I'm saying? Because you know how to, you know what you thinking, and you know how to put the right thoughts in their mind, but how do you change how they thinking? Because if it don't align up with how they think, then they looking at it like, what's the point of me, you know what I'm saying, even engaging or being interested in what you talking about when I don't even like what you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't even think it's cool what you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't change the guy. I think when they allowed the guns to be on the street like they did, now the sense of reality is gone.
Right.
Like when I came up, you know, if you took a chance hustling in the street, it was for the money.
Right.
You knew what came with it. You was willing to wild out, but it was to a certain extent.
Right.
Then you had the niggas that went too far.
Right.
Those are the niggas that we don't see no more.
Right, exactly.
Niggas got a lot of time.
Exactly.
They didn't know it was
Went
limits to
overboard.
this shit.
Yeah.
We had enough sense to know, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I ain't gonna do that.
I ain't go that far.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I ain't go that far.
So
right.
now with
We
all
know
the
where to draw the
guns,
line
right? All the guns out here now, these niggas don't even think like that. These niggas just think, I gotta have this motherfucker. I gotta shoot up some shit.
Yeah.
I gotta do this.
They think, and I think a lot of it is they feel like that's the only way to prove their point. You know, because when you get these guns, your hands on certain guns, and then you factor in the fact that they young. You know, a lot of these dudes is young, like they could be 18, 21, whatever. You factor in that they young and they getting their hand on a gun that you only see in a movie type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they probably never seen this gun they probably only seen this gun on the TV. Now you getting your hands on this gun.
They get on it for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
But we got our hands.
Yeah.
But we still had limits.
Yeah, we still had limits. We still
now
knew our father.
Like I didn't walk around like I'm ready to blow a nigga head off and get 20 years at any given time.
Right.
Man, I'm finna get this money. If I had absolutely no choice and you push me to that point, then I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
But not just, this is just the thing to do.
Yeah.
These niggas walk around like he just opening up a drink.
Like
I
it's a
just
trend.
turn this drink top.
Right, like it's the new trend.
Nigga.
It's the new cool trend to go knock a nigga off.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But we know as soon as you get in there, you finna wear panties.
Yeah.
That's what you finna wear panties. As soon as you get in there,
it's a trap. It's a trap.
But they gonna do it. But by the time they realize what they did, they wearing panties. Like you can't tell them nothing until that point. Yeah, but at that point, your life over.
You're right, because you a young nigga going in and you gonna become a target to the older men who been in that jump, going in there for life or whatever, and taking advantage of a young nigga that's coming in there that don't know nothing about the world, don't know what's going. He just thought it was cool to be out here doing what his partners was talking about doing, following the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, we have to get to a point where we constantly focusing on making people think outside the box, and then getting the youth to think. Thinking outside the box is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we got to get the youth to think like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if we leaving it up to,
But it's what you're around too.
right. It's the environment.
If you ain't around nobody with no sense,
With no
9
guidance.
times out of 10, you gonna evolve with what
Right.
you're around.
Right.
I was fortunate that I was around a bunch of dudes that hustle
Right.
in the streets, done wild shit. But it was a couple of them that'll be like, yeah, I'm doing this for this, but shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, I ain't like, you could tell
Yeah.
at a certain amount of money they wasn't around shit.
Uh-huh.
We wild and not doing all type of shit because we trying to get to the level of the money they already got.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if it was the thing to do to be a damn fool, then why when they get all the money they ain't being a damn fool? 'Cause they want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I learned,
Mhm.
okay, this shit, that ain't it.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
doing that shit
You
there.
seen an alternate
Yeah,
example.
that ain't it.
Yeah.
Get the money
Yeah.
and get the fuck out the way.
Mhm.
That's the move. That's the
That's
way
what
you
you
make it
supposed to
home
do.
say. That's how
That's
you
what you gotta
live.
do.
That's how you stay
And
free.
and you know what? I seen like it was somebody on YouTube, and it's crazy because I think it was this some white dude.
Yeah.
He was talking about, man, you know, today the difference is when people talk about being a gangster, he was like, their definition of what a gangster is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he basically was saying like, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. You know, he was like, back in the day, being a gangster was about getting money. You know what I'm saying? A gangster was not about going and just killing people for no reason. That's not a gangster. That's just an insane person. You know what I'm saying?
A gangster really was somebody that wanted to do what they wanted to do their way.
Exactly.
That don't mean do dumb shit.
Right.
That mean they wanted to not work a job. Okay, I'm not gonna work a job,
right,
so I'm gonna commit crimes in the street to pay my bills, take care of my family.
Right.
But that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I ain't gonna just be a damn fool hollering loud or just saying the word or just doing some stupid shit. And then when you say why I'm doing, cause this what niggas think, that they think that the answer for stupidity is to say I'm a gangster.
Yeah.
You be like, how you doing that? Cause I'm a gangster.
Yeah.
Nah, you stupid as hell.
That excuse for everything.
Yeah, you
like,
ignorant ass nigga. You a gangster. Nigga, that ain't.
Because they think that's the only way to be a tough guy these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's never been about being a tough guy, because tough is something you deal with individually as an individual person. Because either you tough or you not.
Right.
You can't be tough because the niggas on your block is tough. That don't make you tough.
Nah,
you know
sure
what I'm
don't.
saying? So it's like, exactly. So being tough is an internal thing.
Right.
So if you, but being a gangster was about being a radical, being outside the box. Like Black Panthers and Huey P. Newton, them, they was gangster.
Yeah.
Because think about it, they had their guns. They, you know, they ran
They
their own
stood for
community,
something though.
and that was gangster because wasn't no other niggas had the heart and the mind to do that.
But they was
You know
helping.
what I'm
See, when you a gangster helps people.
help people.
It
right.
ain't just I'm trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you if you get in the way of what I'm doing.
Right.
But I don't wake up just going around hurting people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at well, okay, that was the mafia. That wasn't the same thing. Cause I think the mafia and the gangsters two different things.
Right.
The mafia, they used to actually go to businesses and extort innocent people that they knew couldn't fight back.
Exactly.
So that ain't
even a gang.
Yeah, that's sucker shit.
Right.
However you want to look at it, you know. And that's where niggas developed that in the neighborhood. If you think that when niggas start doing that in the black community, robbing niggas that they know ain't gonna come shoot their ass after they rob.
Exactly.
You know, I'm gonna go over and
being
rob that nigga. I know
a bully and shit.
Yeah,
like that,
I know he ain't gonna do nothing. That's what the mafia used to do. Just a different form.
Yeah.
They just went and did it to the businesses.
And see, this the thing about that too, is like our problem with that is that it's how we define things.
Yeah.
Like the way we define things in our community and in the hood, it shouldn't be based on how other people define it. Like how they define a gangster as being a mobster and this and that. That's not the same thing, because when we were saying gangster in the black community back then, like you say, that means you was protecting your community.
Yeah.
Because even when you look at, and I mean literally, we ain't just talking. When you even look at the Bloods used to mean, the Crips.
Yeah.
Crips used to mean community resistance in progress.
Right.
So even though they was gangster, and that's one of the origins of gangsterism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't the definition of a gangster, just going and hurting people. The definition of a gangster back then, before it got to that, or before it got flipped around, was helping the community.
Right.
Helping people and protecting the community.
Exactly.
So we got a whole different definition of what black people defined gangster ass back then. Now we letting